End bad governance.
End bad governance.
Free Michael Lenin.
Free Michael Lenin.
Free Mosu Sadiq.
Free Mosu Sadiq.
Free Angel.
Free Angel.
Free Okpebholo.
Free Okpebholo.
And free all other end bad governance protesters.
And free all other end bad governance protesters.
This government's attempt to suppress dissent will only serve to fuel the flames of resistance as people become increasingly frustrated with the lack of accountability and democratic participation in the country. This repressive formula of the government is not strange. Misinformed Nigerians till we feel powerless, then use our feeling of disempowerment to suppress and disband our mobilization, and then reassert the power of the elites to continue exploiting us. We are going to continue to work against this formula of repression by continuing to create a united awareness that can keep the mass of Nigerians mobilized for collective action until we are able to end hunger, hardship, and bad governance and transform our country into a true giant of Africa. This is our sacred patriotic duty, and we will not relent. If our demands are not attended to by the Nigerian government, the people of this country who are taking a break from protest will resume after a break for reinvigoration. We will storm the streets again, and this time we will be on the streets indefinitely until our demands are met. We are calling on Nigerians to prepare by refusing every possible attempt by this government to ask them to stay at home and not participate in the protest actively, or to ask them to not go about their daily survival activities while passively supporting this protest. We are asking Nigerians to reject such attempts because we are hoping that we can peacefully change Nigeria if the Tinubu government does not incite protesters with their violent repression again. A luta continua, Victoria Sata. Finally, we would like to read out our immediate demands and then rehash the demands of the End Bad Governance protest. Our immediate demands: following the repression, the killing, the maiming of protesters, we are calling for the sack of the NSA Ribadu, the IGP Egbetokun, the DSS DG Bichi, and we are asking for the end to DSS because we feel the DSS secret police is not a democratic organ of the Nigerian state and it should be scrapped, just like SARS was scrapped. The second demand is that we are asking that all security agents who shot and maimed at peaceful End Bad Governance protesters should be prosecuted immediately. Our third demand is for the release of all those abducted by the NSA and the DSS for being part of the protest, including Comrade Michael Lenin, Mosu Sadiq, Comrade Angel, and Comrade Okpebholo, and others. We also demand for the release and a stop to the unjust trial of protesters in the northern part of the country who were incited to violence by the security forces of the Nigerian state. We also call for an end to all attempts to suppress the democratic right of Nigerians to protest, whether they attack on protesters and labor unions or through the draconian Counter-Subversion Bill 2024. We demand that the government should kill the Counter-Subversion Bill now. Now that we have stated our immediate demands, it is also important to make it clear that we are still standing on the demands of the End Bad Governance protest that this government have refused to address till date. No good faith dialogue can be done with this government until all of these demands to end repression are met, until our comrades are free, until the government is no longer prosecuting protesters for exercising their democratic rights. We cannot have any good faith dialogue. But in the interest of dialogue, if the government is going to comply by addressing all of these immediate demands, we are calling on the Tinubu-led federal government to come to an open debate over these practical demands of the End Bad Governance protests. Mobilizers of the End Bad Governance protest across the country will put together a team to debate with the team of the Tinubu government and the relevant officials in the government on why our demands are practicable and affordable, and the Tinubu government must not ignore them. For this reason, we will restate the demands of the End Bad Governance protest.
That all of our existing demands still stands, that we are not taking back on all of our demands, that all of the political office holders must be placed on the same salary scheme with the Nigerian workers, that the fuel prices that the fuel price and electricity tariff must go back to pre-May 29, 2023 price. We demand a total reversal of all school fees increments. We need a proper funding of education. We also demand an immediate fixing of all public refineries and to commence the building of new ones. We demand the release of all NSAS protesters that they are still, in detention. We demand on 250,000 naira minimum wage. Nigeria can afford it, and we believe that Nigeria can truly afford this. We demand for a progressive taxation system where the wealthy pay their fair share and the working class is not disproportionately burdened by taxes. All of these demands are extremely very important, and we're calling on the government to meet with all of these demands at the NS. Thank you.
Thank you very much.